Hey everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today we're going to make some homemade crusty bread, and it's a delicious recipe, and you're only going to need a few ingredients. So what you're going to need for this recipe is 1 packet of active dry yeast or quick rise yeast, 1 3/4 cups of warm water between 110 to 115 degrees, 3½ cups of flour plus 1 tablespoon, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 tablespoon of cornmeal or additional flour. And that's all you're going to need for this delicious bread. So let's get started. Let's check the temperature of the water before I put the yeast in. Let's go ahead and mix that in. I'm also going to sprinkle just about ½ of a teaspoon in here. In the meantime, go ahead and mix your 2 teaspoons of salt with your 3½ cups of flour. And then I'm going to pour the two together. And with a spatula, let's mix it. Okay, now I'm going to cover it up and just let it be at room temperature for about an hour. So I'll see you in an hour. Next, put a little oil in a large bowl. I'm just going to rub it around there a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Go ahead and sprinkle flour on your countertop. That rose a little bit, so I'm going to get it out of here. I'm going to get a little flour on my hands here. So what we're going to do is pat this out to about a 9 by 9 square. I'm guessing that's about 9 inches. Now we're going to fold it into thirds. We're going to form like a 9 by 3 rectangle. So I'm just going to go like that. Flip it over like this. It's going to be a little sticky there, folks. Then let's flip it over again into thirds. So we'll have like a little 3 by 3 dough ball there. Then what I'm going to do is put this in my greased bowl, kind of rub it in there a little bit. Then I'm going to flip it over. So guess what we're going to do now? We're going to cover it back up, and I'll see you in another hour. Let's go ahead and take it out of the bowl. There again, it rose again. Let's do the same thing as we did before. Let's roll it out into that 9 by 9 square. Flip it over. Flip it over again. Do it into thirds. We got 1 square ready to go back into the bowl. Now what you're going to do is put it in the fridge for about 10 to 12 hours. See you in the morning, folks. Well, it's been 12 hours. I had a good night's sleep. How about you? What we're going to do next is we are going to grease the bottom of a disposable foil roasting pan. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to put a little oil in here. Going to rub it around a little bit. Let's just put a little cornmeal on top. Just kind of dust it a little bit. Let's go ahead and take our dough out on a floured surface. Look at that. It's still pretty big. Leave it in the fridge. Now what we're going to do is knead this lightly about 6 to 8 times. Woo, it's cold. We need to get that puppy warmed back up. And we're just going to kind of shape it into a 6-inch round loaf. Then we're going to place it in to the pan. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of flour on top. I'm going to spread it around. Then guess what we're going to do next? You guessed it. We're going to cover it back up and we're going to let it sit on the counter for about 1.5 hours. All right, let's see what we got here. Yep, it's about 7.5 inches. What we're going to do next, get a sharp knife, kind of make a 1/4 inch slice down through the center. And then let's cover it tightly with aluminum foil. First, we're going to put it in at 500 degrees for about 25 minutes. Then we're going to take it out and bake it a little longer at 450. Let's go ahead and uncover. Woo, it's rising. Let's bake for another 15 to 30 minutes. We want it to get to 190 in the center. So what we're going to do then is we're going to put it on a cooling rack. Just let it cool, and then we'll see what it tastes like. Now it's time for the taste test. I'm going to cut this in half. Nice fluffy bread. Delish. Okay, I'm going to try a thin piece. I mean, these are going to make some pretty big slices, so you may want to cut them in half. Even though I think I'm going to eat them both. Because I love bread. Let's see. Let's see, what does this taste like? Oh yeah, delicious homemade crusty bread. I think you'll love it. Then again, I love bread, so. Thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and I hope you enjoy this homemade delicious bread. Just have patience. It'll be worth the wait. Thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and I hope you all have a fabulous day. See you soon.